Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Heineke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Play action now. Here's Heineke. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
That swung out wide to Sanders. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard. Beauty. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Heineke on 1st down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Panthers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Heineke. Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage.
Value 3, value 3. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Goff. Forced out to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to...
And it'll be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Heineke's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Goff now to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
18
To throw is Heineke. And that is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw is Goff. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
He'll find Williams on the slant. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Goff, his throw incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Sanders is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defense.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Here's Heineke. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Now a throw here to his running back. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. Looking to throw, Heineke. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Hey, kill.
After the interception, here's Goff. Williams brings it in. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now Goff on first down. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up second down. Off play action. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, Goff.
Yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The final shot before break here. Goff.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Now Heineke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 2nd and goal, Heineke. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
38.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Another run with Sanders. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Play action now. Here's Heineke.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Off the play fake, Heineke.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing again, Heineke on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Pierce now up the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Heineke got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 3rd down, Heineke. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Heineke. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort.
Touchdown, Panthers. Dameon Pierce, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I'm curious to see Charles about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Now Heineke.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
60 Eagles, 19 Lions.
They go play action. Now Heineke. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Throwing, Heineke.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Now Heineke on 4th down.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
22 needle.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
43 rail.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Another run here with Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
97.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp